We're diving into a fascinating piece of numismatic history, the 1995 D Mint Mark $2 coin. Did you know this coin could be worth millions? Stick around as we uncover its story and value. The 1995 D $2 is part of the Washington Quarter series, which has been in circulation since 1932. This particular coin was minted in Denver, indicated by the D Mint mark on its reverse side. On the obverse, we have the iconic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The reverse features an eagle in flight, a design that has become synonymous with American currency. In 1995, the Denver Mint produced over 1.4 billion $2, but not all of them are created equal. While the majority are common and circulate widely, certain factors make some 1995 D quarters exceptionally rare. Among these are the error coins, most notably the 1995 D quarter that was struck with a double die. This rare variety has gained immense popularity among collectors and can command high prices at auctions. So, how much is a 1995 D quarter worth? Well, in typical circulated condition, you might find it valued around 25 cents. But hold on to that coin tightly if it's the double die error. Such coins have been known to sell for thousands, even millions, at auction. Just last year, a well-preserved double die 1995 D quarter sold for over $50,000. Collectors are always on the lookout for these rare finds, driving the prices up in the market. Look closely for any mint errors. A magnifying glass can help you spot fine details. Store your coins in protective holders to prevent damage. Join coin collector forums and communities to keep up with the latest trends and values. In conclusion, the 1995 D Mint Mark $2 might seem ordinary at first glance, but it holds a wealth of history and potential value. If you find one of these rare varieties in your collection, you could be holding a small fortune. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fascinating insights into the world of coin collecting. What coins do you want us to explore next? Let us know in the comments below. We're diving into the world of coin collecting to uncover the history of the 1994 P quarter and why certain rare examples can fetch jaw-dropping prices at auctions. Stay tuned. First, let's talk a bit about the Washington Quarter series. The Washington Quarter has been in circulation since 1932, originally designed to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. This quarter quickly became a beloved piece of U.S. currency and has seen various changes over the decades, including alterations to its metal composition and design details. But in 1994, something quite intriguing happened. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 800 million quarters that year, but not all were created equal. Some had slight variations or errors that made them extremely valuable to collectors. The 1994 P Washington Quarter, minted in Philadelphia, has the familiar portrait of George Washington on the obverse, with the P Mint mark located just behind Washington's ponytail. On the reverse, we see the eagle holding an olive branch, a classic symbol of peace and strength. But here's the twist: while most 1994 P quarters are composed of a copper-nickel clad, certain rare ones feature errors, including double dies, unique off-center strikes, and even rare die clashes. These errors are what give them that enormous value potential. They're more than just coins, they're accidental pieces of art. Now, let's talk about why some of these quarters have been known to sell for astronomical amounts. While regular 1994 P quarters are worth 25 cents in face value, those with major errors can skyrocket in price. For example, quarters with significant die errors or double strikes can sell for hundreds or even thousands. But there are cases where quarters with extremely rare misstrikes have sold for as much as millions of dollars to avid collectors. It's all about the uniqueness. Collectors want one-of-a-kind coins, and they're willing to pay big money to add them to their collection. Demonstration on examining a quarter under a magnifying glass, focusing on error types, * check for doubling on the words liberty or in God we trust. A double die error can make a huge difference in value. If the coin's design is significantly off-center, this could mean it's a rare error coin. Sometimes, the dies used to strike the coin will clash, leaving impressions on the coin that look ghostly. This type of error is rare and can be highly collectible. If you spot any of these errors, you might just have a quarter worth way more than 25 cents. Think you found a rare 1994 P quarter? The next step is to get it authenticated and graded by a professional service, like the Professional Coin Grading Service or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. These companies specialize in grading coins based on their condition and authenticity, which can give you a clear idea of its true value in today's market. Who knew that a regular Washington quarter could be worth millions, right? So, the next time you have some spare change, take a closer look. You just might be holding a small fortune in your hands. If you enjoyed learning about the 1994 P Washington quarter, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more exciting coin discoveries, and share this video with anyone who might want to start checking their spare change, too. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting to explore a hidden treasure from the year 2000, the 2000 Mint Mark Washington quarter. You won't believe what makes this coin so special and how some of these quarters could be worth millions of dollars. Let's start with a quick history lesson. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Since then, it's become a staple of American currency, with millions of people using these coins in their everyday transactions. But the year 2000 was especially significant for the Washington quarter because it marked the introduction of the 50-state quarters program. This initiative, launched by the U.S. Mint, aimed to feature designs representing each U.S. state on the reverse side of the quarter. So what makes the 2000 Mint Mark quarter unique? First, let's talk about the Mint Mark. Coins with the D Mint Mark were produced at the Denver Mint, one of the major coin production facilities in the United States. While these quarters were produced in large quantities, certain factors have made specific coins from this batch highly valuable. One important aspect to consider is the design on the reverse side. Since these coins were part of the 50-state quarter series, the 2000 quarters each feature a state design. But it's not just about the state representation. Some of these quarters were struck with unique characteristics and errors that can drive their value through the roof. Now, let's get into the million-dollar question: what makes the 2000 quarter so valuable? The answer lies in minting errors and graded conditions. If a coin was struck with a significant mint error, such as double die errors, off-center strikes, or missing details, it can be extremely valuable to collectors. These kinds of errors are rare, making the coins with these features highly sought after. In addition, graded coins, those certified by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC, can dramatically increase in value. A 2000 quarter in a perfect mint state, such as MS-68 or higher, could fetch an astronomical price at auction. Some of these coins are worth thousands, and in exceptional cases, could potentially reach the million-dollar mark due to their scarcity and condition. So, how can you tell if you have a valuable 2000 quarter? First, check for obvious errors like doubling on letters, images, or numbers. If you spot anything unusual, it's a good idea to have your coin professionally graded. Next, examine the condition of your coin. Look for sharp details, no visible scratches, and an overall brilliant finish. The better the condition, the more it could be worth. And remember, even if you don't spot an error, a pristine 2000 quarter can still hold significant value. The 2000 Mint Mark quarter may look like just another coin in your pocket, but there's a chance it could be a hidden treasure. So next time you're sorting through your change, keep an eye out for these rare gems. Who knows? You might just find a coin that's worth millions. We're exploring the story of the 1971 Washington quarter. Believe it or not, some versions of this coin could be worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars. So, stick around to learn what makes these quarters so valuable and how you might just have one hiding in your pocket change. First, let's take a quick trip back to 1971. This was a time of significant change and innovation in America. The Washington quarter, which had been around since 1932, was no exception. After 1965, the U.S. Mint stopped using silver in quarters and switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition. The 1971 D quarter was struck at the Denver Mint and is one of the millions produced that year. But what makes this particular coin stand out? Now, the 1971 D quarter looks like any other quarter at first glance, with the iconic image of George Washington on the front and the American eagle on the back. The D mint mark just below Washington's ponytail lets us know it was minted in Denver. But did you know that there are specific things you can look for that could make your quarter worth a fortune? Some 1971 D quarters have unique errors that make them extremely valuable. Let's talk about a few of these rare errors you should keep an eye out for. These are coins where certain parts of the design appear doubled. Look closely at the words "Liberty" or "In God We Trust" for any signs of doubling. These coins have designs that are visibly off-center, making them stand out. Off-center strikes are generally highly collectible and can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the severity. Some coins might have defects in the copper-nickel-clad layer. If you see any unusual colors or textures on your 1971 D quarter, you could have a rare error coin. While most quarters from this period weren't proof coins, a few may have proof-like qualities due to minting errors. These coins have a mirror-like finish and can be especially valuable. Believe it or not, rare 1971 D quarters have fetched high prices at auctions. Depending on the condition, rare minting errors, and unique characteristics, some of these coins have been valued at thousands, and yes, even millions, of dollars by serious collectors. For instance, if you find a quarter in mint state condition with a double die error, it could be worth anywhere from $10,000 to over $100,000. In some exceptional cases, these coins have reached even higher valuations, particularly if they're part of a unique error series. Wondering how to find a 1971 D quarter worth big bucks? Start by checking your pocket change, old coin collections, or even local flea markets. If you come across one, handle it carefully. Use gloves, avoid touching the surface, and store it in a protective coin holder to keep it in the best possible condition. Even minor scratches can lower the value, so be gentle with any rare finds. And that's a wrap on today's exploration of the 1971 D Washington quarter. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, keep an eye out for these hidden treasures. You never know, your next find could be worth a fortune. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content on valuable coins and collectibles. We're diving into the intriguing story behind the 1972 Washington quarter with no mint mark. You might not think a simple quarter from the 70s could be worth much, but believe it or not, some of these coins are valued in the thousands, and there are even rumors of rare variations worth millions. So, stick around to find out what makes this coin special and what you should be looking for. The Washington quarter has been a staple in U.S. currency since it was first introduced in 1932, honoring the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1972, the quarter had seen several modifications, but it continued to bear the iconic portrait of Washington on the obverse side, designed by John Flanagan. The reverse displays an eagle with wings outstretched, a classic symbol of American pride. Coins from this era are primarily made of a copper-nickel clad, as silver was removed from quarters after 1964. In 1972, the Philadelphia Mint, which didn't use a mint mark on quarters, produced millions of these coins. While they were created for everyday circulation, some quarters have become prized collector's items due to their rarity and unique qualities. So, why would a 1972 quarter with no mint mark be worth anything more than 25 cents? The answer lies in a few factors: rarity, condition, and any unusual characteristics. Most 1972 quarters are standard, but there are a few rare error coins that drive up the value for collectors. Look for things like double dies, where the image on the coin appears to be struck twice, slightly offset, creating a shadowy effect. Another factor is if the coin has been perfectly preserved in mint state, high-grade quarters are extremely sought after and can command high prices at auctions. A pristine, well-preserved 1972 quarter with unique features can be worth thousands of dollars, depending on its rarity and condition. To identify a valuable 1972 quarter, you'll need a magnifying glass and a bit of patience. First, examine the coin for any doubling around the words "Liberty" or "In God We Trust." These are the most common places to spot double die errors. Next, check the condition. Does it look almost untouched by circulation? If so, it's worth getting graded. If you believe you have a valuable 1972 quarter, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A graded coin can fetch much higher prices, especially if it receives a high grade. Some collectors have even claimed to sell their rare, high-grade 1972 quarters for thousands, and yes, in a few cases, for a rumored million. Now, let's talk about the market. While not all 1972 quarters are worth millions, high-quality, rare coins with distinctive errors have certainly fetched impressive sums. For example, recent auction prices have seen these quarters go for anywhere from a few $100s to tens of thousands, depending on their rarity and grade. Collectors worldwide are always on the lookout for unique coins to add to their collections, which keeps demand high. Remember, coin values can fluctuate based on market demand. A rare coin that's highly valuable today may be worth even more in the future, especially as these coins become scarcer over time. So, there you have it. The 1972 Washington quarter may just be a part of your loose change, but if you've got the right coin with the right characteristics, you might be holding on to a small fortune. Be sure to check your quarters for those double dies and other unique features, and who knows? You could have a hidden treasure. We're diving into the history, unique features, and hidden treasures of the 2003 P Mint Mark $quarter coin. You may have one of these in your pocket right now, but did you know that some versions of this coin could be worth a fortune? Let's find out why. The 2003 P Mint Mark quarter was part of the popular 50-state quarters program, which started in 1999 and ran until 2008. These coins were released to honor each U.S. state, featuring unique designs for each one. In 2003, the quarters honored 5 states: Illinois, Alabama, Maine, Missouri, and Arkansas. Coins with the P Mint mark were minted in Philadelphia, and millions of these were produced for circulation. Shots of coin design details, perhaps with a magnifying lens asterisk, but beyond their design, what you may not know is that a few rare varieties of these coins have been discovered with unique errors or imperfections. That's where things get really interesting. Most 2003 P Mint Mark quarters aren't worth more than 25 cents, but certain error coins can be worth much, much more. Let's talk about a few known errors to look out for. One of the most sought-after errors is the double die. This happens when the coin design is struck more than once, creating a noticeable doubling effect, often on the text or the design. These errors can increase the value of a coin by hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Another common error type is the off-center strike, where the design is misaligned with the coin's edge. The more off-center the design, the more valuable the coin can become. Some of these off-center 2003 quarters have fetched impressive prices at auction. Lastly, look out for clipped planchets, which are coins that have a portion missing due to a minting error. These are especially rare and can be worth a pretty penny if you find one in great condition. Now, you may be wondering, how much could these coins actually be worth? Some of the rarest 2003 P Mint Mark quarters with specific errors have sold for thousands of dollars. While no known sale has reached the $1 million mark yet, there is potential for extreme value based on demand and rarity. These coins have a lot of interest among collectors, especially if they're in mint or uncirculated condition. For example, some double die and off-center error coins have sold for several hundred to several $1,000s, depending on the condition and uniqueness of the error. And who knows, if you discover a new and unique error that's previously unknown, you could be sitting on $1 million coin. Start by using a magnifying glass to check for any doubling or imperfections. Look closely at the text, especially United States of America and quarter dollar. Off-center strikes will show noticeable shifts in the design near the edge of the coin. A clipped planchet will often show a clean cut or missing portion from the coin's edge. Finally, compare your coin to verified error coin photos online. This can help you confirm if you have a potentially valuable error. We're diving into an incredible coin that you might just have sitting around in your change jar, the 2001 Mint Mark quarter dollar. This is one coin that might look ordinary, but in some cases, it could be worth a small fortune. Let's start with a little history. The year 2001 was right in the middle of the U.S. Mint's 50-state quarters program. This was a decade-long initiative that began in 1999, celebrating each of the 50 states by issuing a unique quarter for each one. The program was a massive hit, inspiring millions to start collecting quarters. In 2001, the Philadelphia Mint marked each of these quarters with a P Mint mark. The states featured this year were New York, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Kentucky. Not only were these coins popular for collecting, but some specific coins from this year turned out to be incredibly valuable due to rare errors and high-grade conditions. Some quarters from this year have specific minting errors, like double dies or off-center strikes. These rare errors can increase the value of the coin dramatically. Quarters that are perfectly struck and have never been circulated are graded by professionals. A flawless grade, something like an MS-68 or MS-69, could mean a coin is worth thousands, if not more. For example, a pristine 2001 P quarter with an exceptionally high grade might sell for significant amounts at auction. A small number of quarters feature die varieties, like doubling or unusual engraving details, that make them unique. These rare variations are highly sought after by collectors and can bring in high bids. Now let's talk about how you can check your own 2001 P quarter dollar coins for potential value. First, grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Carefully examine the mint mark and look for any unusual characteristics, like doubling or errors in the engraving. Also, consider the coin's condition. The less wear and tear, the better. If you think you found something special, it's worth taking your coin to a professional coin grader. They can assess the coin's quality and give you an official grade, which is critical if you want to sell it for top dollar. So, what kind of money are we talking about? While most 2001 P quarters are worth their face value, high-grade versions, or those with unique errors have been known to sell for thousands, and some even fetch prices in the millions. Rare finds can be hot items at auctions, where dedicated collectors will pay a premium to own a truly one-of-a-kind piece. For example, a 2001 P quarter with a rare error or in near-perfect condition could sell at auction for a life-changing amount. While finding one of these rare coins might feel like winning the lottery, it's not impossible. And there you have it, folks. The 2001 P Mint Mark quarter dollar might be a regular coin to some, but in the right condition or with a unique error, it could be worth so much more. So next time you get your hands on a quarter from 2001, take a close look. You just might find yourself holding a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed learning about the hidden value of everyday coins, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more videos just like this one. We're diving into a fascinating topic that every coin collector will want to know about, the 1983 P Washington quarter. Yes, this quarter might look like an ordinary coin, but it has a fascinating backstory and some surprising value potential that could make it worth a lot more than 25 cents. Let's explore what makes this quarter so unique, why it's rare, and why it could even be worth thousands or possibly even millions of dollars under the right conditions. Make sure to watch till the end to find out if you have one of these valuable coins in your own collection. Let's start with a bit of history. The 1983 P Washington quarter was minted during a time when coins weren't widely collected for their numismatic value. In 1983, the United States Mint in Philadelphia struck over 673 million of these quarters. However, what makes this quarter so special is the fact that very few were saved in pristine condition. Back in the early 1980s, many collectors skipped over modern circulating coins because they didn't think they would ever become valuable. In fact, the US Mint didn't release any mint sets for collectors in 1982 or 1983. So, nearly all 1983 quarters went straight into circulation and were used in daily transactions, which led to a scarcity of well-preserved coins. Most of the quarters you find from this year will be heavily worn. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1983 P quarter so valuable. The value of any coin heavily depends on its condition. A 1983 P quarter in poor or average condition may only be worth face value. But if it's in excellent or mint state condition, the value goes way up. Collectors are looking for quarters with sharp details and no signs of wear. Coins that have been graded by professional services, like PCGS or NGC, as being in MS67 or MS68 can sell for a lot more than face value. In fact, some of these coins in high mint state grades have sold for thousands of dollars at auction. A single MS68 1983 P quarter fetched over $15,000. But some experts even suggest that the right coin could potentially fetch a much higher price if it's in the best possible condition, possibly even millions. Now that might sound extreme, but with coin collecting, rarity and demand can drive prices to unexpected levels. So, what should you be looking for if you want to see if you have a valuable 1983 P quarter? First, check for that P mint mark, located on the obverse, or front side, just to the right of Washington's ponytail. Next, examine the coin's surface carefully. Look for signs of wear and tear like scratches or dullness, which would lower the value. The most valuable examples will have a sharp strike, clean fields, meaning no scratches or marks, and great luster. Another thing to check for is any potential errors. Error coins from this year, like off-center strikes or double dies, can increase the coin's value even more. While these error coins aren't common, they do exist, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for them. Why is there such high demand for this quarter? It all comes down to its relative rarity in top condition. Since no collector's sets were produced by the US Mint in 1983, the few high-quality coins that do exist are very valuable to collectors who want a complete set of Washington quarters. With so few examples available in mint state grades, collectors are willing to pay a premium for these coins to complete their sets. So even though there were millions of these quarters made, high-quality ones are rare, which drives the price up significantly. Alright, so let's say you've checked your change and you find a nice-looking 1983 P quarter. What should you do next? First, it's a good idea to have it professionally graded by a company like PCGS or NGC. Grading will not only help you determine the condition of your coin but also give buyers confidence that your coin is authentic and accurately graded. This is a critical step if you're hoping to sell it for a high price. Once your coin is graded, you can look into selling it at auction houses that specialize in rare coins, or through online platforms like eBay. Some collectors have even had luck selling directly to other collectors through coin forums or coin shows. So, do you have a 1983 P Washington quarter that could be worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars? Now you know exactly what to look for and how to maximize its value. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of our future videos on rare and valuable coins. Let us know in the comments if you have any interesting finds, or if you have any questions about coin collecting. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1999 Pennsylvania P mint mark $quarter coin. Believe it or not, some of these coins are actually worth millions of dollars. If you're curious about how these seemingly ordinary quarters can hold extraordinary value, make sure to stick around. First things first, let's get into a little history. The 1999 Pennsylvania quarter was one of the first quarters released as part of the U.S. Mint State Quarters program. This program ran from 1999 to 2008, releasing 5 quarters each year to honor each of the 50 states. The Pennsylvania quarter, being the second coin released in 1999, features the state on one side and, of course, the familiar George Washington profile on the other. But what makes this 1999 Pennsylvania quarter so special? Well, for one, it was the first time that the Philadelphia Mint produced a state quarter series with the new designs, and this was also the first quarter design change since the bicentennial quarters in 1976. While most of these quarters are just worth their face value, specific errors or varieties in the 1999 P quarter series have been known to fetch thousands, even millions, at auctions. Now, this all depends on specific details. Some of these details include double die errors, misstrikes, or even off-center prints. A double die error means the coin was struck twice, creating a shadow-like effect on letters and images. If you come across one of these unique misprints, you could be looking at a collector's dream. Coins with these errors are so rare that serious collectors are willing to pay huge sums to add them to their collections. So, what kind of value are we talking about here? Well, in typical circulated condition, these quarters are worth, of course, 25 cents. But quarters with significant minting errors, like double dies or off-center strikes, can start at several $100s and go up into the thousands. In rare cases, pristine condition coins or those with unique errors have sold for over $1 million at auctions. An important point to remember is that coin grading plays a huge role in determining value. Grading refers to the condition of the coin, with the best ratings reserved for coins that show almost no wear. Coins graded MS, mint state, 65 or higher are particularly valuable to collectors, especially if they have unique attributes or errors. Now, you might be wondering, do I have one of these valuable quarters at home? Well, you just might. To check your 1999 P Pennsylvania quarters, start by looking closely at both sides of the coin. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the mint mark and details on the images and text. Look for anything unusual, such as doubled letters or numbers, or any noticeable distortions. If you think you found something special, consider getting your coin professionally graded by a reputable grading service, like PCGS or NGC. A professional opinion can make a huge difference if you're looking to sell your coin and maximize its value. Who knew that a quarter from 1999 could be worth so much, right? So, the next time you come across some spare change, make sure you take a closer look. You never know, you could be holding on to a small fortune. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin collecting insights, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Do you own any unique or rare coins? Let us know in the comments below. We're diving into the story behind the 2000 P Mint Mark Washington quarter, a coin that might just be worth a small fortune. Yes, you heard that right, a quarter that could be worth millions. The year 2000 was significant in many ways. It was the turn of the millennium, and the U.S. Mint continued producing its Washington quarters as part of the popular 50-state quarters program, which had launched in 1999. The program was a huge success, bringing renewed interest to quarter collecting. This 2000 quarter is from the second year of that program, featuring a design that captured the essence of American history. The P on this quarter stands for the Philadelphia Mint, where the coin was produced. In 2000, the Philadelphia Mint created millions of these quarters, showcasing both the standard Washington bust on the obverse and a range of state designs on the reverse, as part of the ongoing 50-state quarter series. But what makes this coin special, and how could it possibly be worth more than face value? What we're looking for are special varieties and rare errors that can make certain 2000 P quarters highly valuable. Sometimes, these coins were struck with errors, like double die varieties, off-center strikes, or unique planchet errors, which make them worth significantly more. Additionally, certain pristine or highly graded quarters, especially those graded MS 67 or above, have been known to attract huge collectors' interest. A typical 2000 P quarter is worth face value, but a few high-grade coins, particularly those with unique error types, have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Some rare error coins, especially in top condition, have fetched prices in the six-figure range at auctions. That's why collectors are keeping an eye out. The right combination of rarity, demand, and condition could lead to a huge payday. If you're hoping to strike it rich with a 2000p quarter, you'll want to get it inspected and graded. Look for sharp details, no wear, and mint luster. Rare varieties and error coins, like the double die obverse, are particularly sought after. And if your coin is in near perfect condition, you might just have a small fortune in your pocket. To sum it up, while not every 2000p Washington quarter is worth a fortune, certain unique specimens with rare errors or in high grades can reach astonishing prices. So, if you have a 2000p quarter, take a closer look, you never know what you might have. We're diving into a fascinating coin that has captured the attention of collectors and enthusiasts alike. Believe it or not, this 2017p mint mark $quarter coin could be worth a fortune. Yep, millions of dollars. So, if you have one of these quarters lying around, you might want to stick around until the end of this video to learn why this coin is so valuable and what makes it special. First, let's go back to the basics. In 2017, the U.S. Mint released quarters featuring the P Mint mark from the Philadelphia Mint as part of the America the Beautiful Quarter series. It was part of the ongoing effort to honor national parks, historic sites, and national forests across all 50 states. The P Mint mark on this coin represents the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest mints in the United States, known for producing some of the country's most circulated coins. The 2017 series featured 5 designs, each celebrating a different historic or natural site. In that year, the quarters featured sites like Effigy Mounds in Iowa, the Frederick Douglass National Historic Site in Washington, D.C., Ozark National Scenic Riverways in Missouri, Ellis Island in New Jersey, and George Rogers Clark National Historical Park in Indiana. This variety makes the 2017 quarters unique and fun to collect, with each quarter bearing the classic George Washington portrait on the obverse side. Now, you might be wondering, what could possibly make these quarters worth millions of dollars? Well, for collectors, it's all about condition, rarity, and unique errors. Although 2017 quarters are relatively recent, there are a few key features and errors that could make them incredibly valuable. A pristine, uncirculated 2017p quarter in perfect condition is highly sought after, especially if it's graded by a top grading service like PCGS or NGC. Coins in MS67, MS68, or even the elusive MS70 condition are rare and can command a high price. Next, let's talk about errors. Coin errors are always exciting for collectors, as they make a coin truly one of a kind. There have been reports of certain errors on 2017p quarters, such as double dies, die cracks, or even off-center strikes. These errors, depending on their visibility and rarity, could make a single quarter worth thousands, or even millions, to the right collector. And finally, market demand. Recently, there's been a surge in interest in modern coins with low mintage or rare varieties, driving up the prices. This means collectors are willing to pay big bucks for these coins, especially those that are part of specific collections or sets. The 2017p quarter's unique connection to the America the Beautiful series only adds to its collectible appeal. So, what should you look for if you want to determine whether your 2017p quarter is one of these valuable pieces? Here are a few tips. Look for a coin with minimal scratches or wear. The better the condition, the more valuable it can be. If you have an uncirculated coin, it's worth considering a professional grading. Examine the coin under a magnifying glass or even a microscope. Check for doubled letters, die cracks, or any unusual markings that could make your coin unique. If you think you have a valuable coin, send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can assess its condition and certify it, which can increase its value tremendously. So there you have it. The 2017p Mint Mark $quarter coin may just be another coin in your change jar, but if it has the right condition or a rare error, it could be worth millions. Remember, coin collecting isn't just about finding treasures, it's also about preserving a piece of history. So, next time you get a quarter in your change, take a closer look, you never know what you might find.